Hey everybody, it's Margaret. Welcome to my channel, Texas Gal Treasures. It's been a little bit, but I'm here today to do a Q&A. I thought I would ease myself back into getting videos up again, and I thought I would come live and do a Q&A video, which what I'm doing is I have pulled questions from different videos that I've done, and I thought I would answer them. And then any friends that pop up live, if you have questions or things you want to talk about, we can discuss those along the way. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Margaret. I'm a reselling homeschooling mom, and I flip things on eBay, Etsy, and other platforms to help support my family. And I make YouTube videos all about thrifting and reselling and that kind of fun stuff. So yeah, I have been kind of missing in action for a little bit, just trying to get stuff done, just life stuff basically. And then when I was ready to get back to work, I got sick. I think it's allergies, but then my voice sounded like all weird. And I was like, okay, now what? Just any other excuse, right? To not get it together. But here I am getting things back. There we go. Yeah. So hello, I am live. Hi in the chat. Hello, Sebastian. Hello, Aaron. Nice to see you from Colorado. Hello, Kraken Crates. Nice to see you guys. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and jump into the questions, and then as any questions pop up in the chat, I'll grab those and save these others for later. So let's see how we can do this where you can see it bigger. There we go. All right, so first question that I've got, pardon me, is from Tracy Knight. She says, hi, new to reselling. You said something about your spreadsheet. Do you keep a list of your inventory and how much you paid for it? I would like to put it on the actual listing under the custom SKU, but you cannot do it on the app. Any words of wisdom? So what I do, and my apologies in advance if I have to clear my throat and stuff, because I will. There's something in the air. This is really tiny. You can't see it. So basically, I used to do a Google spreadsheet, and I would do one for the year, and then I would break it down by month. I have a tab for each month, and then I would list through all the things I picked up, thrifting, garage sales, and I would put how much I paid for it, right? And then through the year, as things sold, I would go back into the spreadsheet and find the item and then put what it sold for and the date. Now, I want to say that was a pain in the backside. It was so time consuming that eventually, and then it was like after I've been doing it a few years, that was a lot to go through, right? And then having to search and try to remember what did I put in as my title for this thing, so I stopped doing that. And now what I do is I don't use the custom SKU. I have an inventory note at the bottom of my listings, and I just put coded. I mean, it's not super coded. I'll put the date, 10/3. If I listed it on the 3rd of October, I'll put 10/3-3D, and 3D would mean $3 is what I paid for it. So that way, when the item sells, I have the cost of goods sold right there, and I can document it at that time. And it made it so much easier for me to just be able to do it that way. Because then when I do sales videos, I have the items, I have how much I bought it for, what it sold for, all right there. And that's when I create the spreadsheet. I don't do it for every single item as it comes in the door. I just don't. I guess I should pause or mute it whenever I cough. All right, next question. Hey, in the chat, if y'all end up having any questions, just let me know and I can pop those up. All right, Thrifting Hoosiers asked, what software or app do you use to edit your videos? That's what makes them so interesting, is the way your edits go right along and tell your story. I have a Mac, so I just use iMovie, which is what came with my Mac. It's easy. I know if I did what is Adobe? There's one I tried playing with that was Adobe such and such. Hang on one second. And it was too much for me. I know I could probably sit down and figure it out, and over time I would get better at it. And there's so much more you can do with it. What is it called? Movie Maker? Adobe Movie Maker, I think. But I've been using iMovie for so long, and it meets my needs. So it's pretty easy, and that's just what I do. Let's see. Hello, Anna. I'm so glad. Yes, I'm so glad you're here. Sebastian saying, shipping global, do you need Fido cert to get plants? Oh, I know zero about importing plants from out of the country. I wish I could help you with that, but I can't. Okay, next question. And if I need to elaborate on anything, let me know. Alden Pike asked, do you mind sharing what camera and lighting you use for your listing photos? I need to upgrade. So I use my phone, my iPhone, for my photos. And let's see if I can move this so you can see. I have a ring light. This is my screen, so I can hide my mess. You can see my ring light there. This is my setup lately. I've got a ring light, and then I've got those foam boards, right? That's what I've been using lately. I do have, hang on, now I'm going to have a problem with my screen. Move it, screen. Hang on, 1, 2, 3. Move it, there. Is it going to fall over? No. I do have a pop-up tent as well that helps diffuse the light and make it less shadowy, but I always end up forgetting to collapse it. My cats get in there and it gets all like furry inside, and then I have to, it's just like a pain in the, end up having to clean it out. And so I just started using these foam boards and then that ring light kind of on top. Then I use my phone, and voila, that's how I do it. And then I'll brighten them up a little bit on my computer. I'm not really good at doing stuff on my phone. It's just the way I am. I don't operate that way. Hello, Crazy Mace Stash. I'm so glad you made it. Hi. Okay, next question. Pardon me. Let's see. Okay, Cindy was asking, if you list the same items on multiple sites, what happens if you sell it on 2 sites at the same time? How do you keep that from happening? I would be nervous and checking all the time to make sure it doesn't happen. Just wondering, and thanks. So I do list all of my items that I can on every platform that I can. Etsy is the only one that sometimes I can't, because it has to be vintage or a supply or handmade, right? So sometimes things can't go on Etsy because of that. But it rarely happens. It has happened. And basically what I do is I just cancel one of the sales and just refund the money and apologize. Like, so sorry, this item's no longer available. And I've never had a problem with that happening. But yeah, it's only happened probably 5 times or less since I've been reselling. So yeah, but it's worth putting your items on multiple platforms, because when I do my sales video, you can see, like, if I just sold on one platform, my income would be less than half, just depending on, I mean, I do believe, some people do say, I just sell on this platform and I do great, but for sure what you focus on expands. So if you have all the time and energy to throw into one platform and you're really using that time for all just that, you can still do very well. Yeah. Apologies. Cracking Crates. Do you use a gimbal while you're out and about recording? If so, what brand do you recommend? I haven't yet, but I actually am. A friend of mine is going to be letting me use theirs, so I'm excited to try it. I either use my phone or my GoPro, and I've noticed that when I wear my GoPro, I am not as diligent about making sure that the camera's picking up what I'm looking at. So I've got to be more mindful of either holding the GoPro, because when I'm wearing it, I sometimes forget that it's there and what I'm really there to be doing. But yeah, with my phone or holding the GoPro is the best. But I'm excited to try the gimbal out, hopefully soon. So next question is from Marcy Paget. Hang on. Pardon. I need to mute it next time. Sorry if I have to cough. I have a beautiful antique set of dishes. I see on eBay that style and brand sells well. The plates are going for $40 each by themselves. Should I sell them piece by piece, or all the plates together and all the bowls together and the salad plates together, or one plate, one salad bowl as a group, or every piece separate? Personally, Well, one, I would suggest first look to see what's sold for that pattern, as far as plates, bowls, or if it's, the whole like table setting that sells best. So that's one. Two, also, if you're new to selling, I'm not sure if you are or not, the shipping for multi, like if you're going to list all the salad plates, all, and then do it like that, it's like, the shipping for that could be a little bit of a nightmare. Some people do it and they're great at it. I am like, oh, that makes me super nervous. But usually I part things out, because if somebody has the full set already and, little Bobby broke one because he got overexcited about Santa dropping down the chimney or something, then they can just buy one to replace it, kind of like the replacement site. So I would probably sell them piece by piece. And it'll take longer for them to sell probably, but they will eventually. Yeah. Okay, next. Wendy Marie said, "Hey, Margaret, can you consider doing a shipping video that's not a live stream?" Oh, yeah, so I can focus more on shipping. I guess this was not one for this video. Yeah, I can totally do that. Okay, gracious goodness. What if I don't have a scale? So if you're wanting to resell and you don't have a scale, I would really suggest getting one, because otherwise you're going to have to take your packages to the post office every single time, and it's going to be very time consuming. I mean, if you think about the amount of time of driving and just the time involved, I mean, you can get a scale for relatively cheap. So yeah, I would suggest. And the one I used for the longest time was just a cheapy like Weight Watchers food scale, because most of the stuff I sold was first class, maybe up to 5 pounds. I didn't have a lot of really big items that needed a bigger scale, but I have one, and I have another scale. I actually think I got it thrifting. So it was just like, if you see it out, grab it, but I would suggest getting a scale. Yeah, it's cost of business. You can write it off. Okay. Oh, what are the blue boxes you mentioned? Elman asked. Okay. I said I was going to mute it and then I didn't. So blue boxes. Oh, my computer is sitting on 2 of them as we speak. Gracious. How do I mute this? So the blue boxes are 5 pounds of jewelry from Goodwill, and you don't get it from like the Shop Goodwill site. You go to goodwillbluebox.com, and they come out on Fridays. And I actually haven't bought one in a little while, so the prices may be more now. I think that they probably are. I still have a backstash of them. So yeah, and you get 5 pounds of just like random jewelry. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's a mix, but I always enjoy it. You just know it's a gamble. I've always, maybe one box I got that was like, there's nothing here for me to sell. Overall, I've been very fortunate and been able to at least find a few things. I know some people are like, I don't like hearing make your money back, but in this case, make your money back. But it's just for fun. I try to look at it that way. And then when there's more, plus if you look at it, like if you get 5 of them, 5 boxes, and one box is spectacular, then that makes up for all of them, right? Or like pays for all of them and then some. Just depends on your perspective, right? Okay. Reed asked, maybe I missed it, but this is legal by eBay rules. This had to do with adding a video to your eBay listing. And this is a question I get a lot, because some people will say, oh, this is not allowed. eBay used to allow active content in the listings, where people could have carousels with, moving images, and you could put a video in the listing and it would show in the listing. Now, though, so you can't do that anymore, but you can still put a video in your listing. And what happens is when you open it, when you click on it, or the buyer, it opens in a new tab. That way it's not clogging up all of eBay's computer junk. I don't know the bandwidth or the whatever computer terminology it is that makes it slow down and not have enough space Clearly, I'm not a computer person like that, right? I hope that answered the question. I'm pretty sure it did. Spot on. Right. Let's see. Anna says, quantity listings of plates, one of the time as replacements is the way I was going to say. Okay, yeah, good luck with that. Yay. So Lori A says, what size boxes do I need to ship mugs of different sizes? The best place to ship. I use, hang on, let me grab it. For most mugs, I use a 6x4x4. Let me show you. So there's a 6x4x4 I get from Uline. The 6x4x4s from eBay are not technically 6x4x4 anymore. They're 6 by like 4 1/4. And now it won't fit in a padded flat rate. So this one that I get from Uline is a straight 6x4x4. I can get most mugs into that box. And then I put that box into the padded flat rate, like stuffing a turkey. And this is the padded like that. I put it in that box and then these go, I think the price just changed recently. I think for like basically $9. And the buyer pays for the shipping on those. I do have the eBay, like say I've got a bigger mug, then I'll use the 8x6x4. Is that the one? 8x6x4. Yeah. Box. And then I won't worry about putting it in the padded flat rate. And again, buyer pays for shipping. And then best place to ship, I just use USPS. I know some people do pirate ship or other sites, but that's just the way I go. Do you need me? Okay. I hear my little feet creaking around out there. Okay, hopefully that answered that question. Okay, VJH Reeves. I'm always amazed at the heavy items you pick up, like bronze or cast iron door stops. Don't they cost a fortune to ship? They do, some of them. But if the person is wanting to buy it, and because I don't do free shipping, then they'll see, how much it costs to ship, and they'll either be willing to pay for the shipping or not. So, yeah. I hesitate buying bigger things that are breakable to ship more so than heavy things. Bulky, like, I don't know. Like I have this jack-o'-lantern over here. Mind my mess. This jack-o'-lantern that I got. And I was gonna sell it, and I'm like, do I have the box for that? Like, I want to make sure that I have the shipping materials for anything I'm gonna list before I list it, because that stress for me, it's almost as bad as the stress of where is the item for me is like, how am I going to ship this once it sells? And that's happened a few times when something is sold and I'm like, oh, oops, I don't have a box. I don't have a box for this. Yeah. Okay. Next up, Happy Go Lucky. Do you do all your mailing from a P.O. box or home address? If I open a P.O. box, can I still schedule a pickup from my home address with USPS? Okay, so there's two questions there. First question, I use a P.O. box just for business safety sake, instead of having my home address. When I very, very, very first started, I used my home address, and then pretty quickly realized, I think once I started YouTube, I was like, I don't know about this. I mean, technically anybody can find you if they really want to. That's just the way the internet and the world works. But the P.O. box gives you a sense of business, security, etc. So I definitely go that route. And then the second part of the question was, if I open a P.O. box, can I still schedule a pickup from my home address with USPS? And the answer to that is yes. I do it all the time. So I have the P.O. box, but then whenever I go in and schedule a pickup for my packages, I just have my home address and I have like a tub on my porch, and that's what happens. Yeah. Constance, hello. My voice is cracking. I feel like a pubescent teen boy, like with the voice cracking. Okay. I like the way you remember the price you paid. However, what if you were audited? How would you match receipts with the amounts? That's a good question for future Margaret when she gets an audit. I don't know. I would just pull out receipts and just have a headache of a time figuring it all out. I mean, I put the dates on there. So, yeah. Pardon me for the dings. Somehow I have my text messages hooked up to my computer, even though my phone is muted. My They're still popping up on my computer. So yeah, I mean, that's just what I do. And I would just have a really, really bad day trying to line everything up because I keep everything. That's why I have an accountant too. So I'm like, okay, tell me what to do, my CPA. I suggest that highly. I use GoDaddy. That's another thing. I use GoDaddy bookkeeping. And so I have my account, my PayPal card that I use for most things synced to that. And I have a business banking account. I have it synced to my GoDaddy bookkeeping. eBay is, I have a few of my accounts that sync with it. And so it can show, I don't know, it's like the magic of, again, computer stuff. It goes all into the GoDaddy bookkeeping, and then I can label stuff in there, like, cost of goods sold, or this is supplies, or et cetera, et cetera. Anyway, so far my CPA hasn't given me any grief, so I think I'm doing it okay, hopefully. All right, hi, Sherry, hi, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm hoping to get my catch my rhythm again. Everybody has these, we all have our ups and downs, and I'm trying to catch it again, catch my rhythm. Pardon me. Okay. Christine is asking, another something that is hard to find information and strategies about is selling lots. I see different people doing different things. How to balance being ethical and still making some profit on what can be problematic and sometimes very low value items. Ideas for putting appealing lots together. I don't understand that being ethical and making some profit. I mean, I get that some people are like, how dare you make money off of this? And that is just nonsense to me, because every company on the planet, that's what they're doing, is buy low, sell high. That's just business. But yeah, some people find umbrage with it or want to fake umbrage. I don't know. But putting together appealing lots, I have a problem with that too. Like, I have to ask in like my jewel, because I do sometimes make jewelry lots. And so I'll ask, like, what do you think people would like? And so sometimes it'll be like all a certain color of thing, or all of a certain type, like shell type jewelry, or all like turquoise and copper style jewelry together. But I don't do too many other. I've done a couple of junk drawer lots, junk jewelry or junk drawer, random stuff type lots. I don't do so great with lots, truly. Some people, I mean, when I see some of the eBay sellers that sell lots, and they're killing it. I think that's awesome. But I don't have that. I don't have the touch for that, I guess. I don't know. CM is asking, what's your eBay shop name? I am Texas Gal Treasures everywhere. Everywhere. Do you recommend doing your resale business tax separate from your personal taxes? As far as, yes, I do. I have an LLC for my business. I didn't always. I did sole proprietor. Is that what it's called? Sole proprietor for a while. But then once I started branching out and having, like I had YouTube and reselling and merch and print on demand, and I had a rental property. And once I started having like all of these fingers everywhere and all these different pies, I was like, I decided maybe I should do an LLC because it's a lot. So, but yeah, I do it separate from my personal taxes. I have the same CPA that does both my personal and my business taxes. But yeah, I have it separate. Yeah. Hello, Rosemary. I'm so glad you made it. I know I just sort of like, I'm doing this, I'm popping up. I need to get this done. I need to like get my momentum back, right? I need to get my momentum back. I missed everybody so much too. Okay. NLSC 13. How much do you charge to ship a mug? I believe it's about $9 I need to double check actually for the padded flat rate and see if that rate has changed, but it's right around $9. It used to be like $8.50 or something like that. All right, next question. Here we go. Cindy Fields, I inherited my sister's jewelry store merchandise recently, mostly sterling silver items, rings, pendants, earrings, etc. Some items are priced, but a lot are not. Most jewelry is semi-precious stones. How do you know what to price to put on items when you have no idea what you paid for things? I think knowing what she paid for it isn't too much of a problem because the amount she paid won't necessarily dictate the amount you can get for it, whether for good or bad. Yeah, I mean, I would just say, get yourself a scale for measuring the weight of the silver. If you can get a jewelry tester, or she may have had one if she really had like a big jewelry. She probably has all that stuff already, if she was selling that kind of stuff. So you can at least start with, measuring the silver and then knowing like the silver weight and like what it, not that you would sell it for scrap, but that way, I for sure am not selling it for less than this. It kind of gives you a bottom line because that's just the scrap value. You don't want to go underneath it, dip underneath that. But that also gives you a jumping off point from, okay, now we're going to look at the maker. Is there a maker's mark? And now we're going to look at the style. And now we're going to look at, what the stone is in it. And everything, and every one of those things makes the price ratchet up, from there. And that's how I would do it. Let's see. Lori, hi. I really want to sell online, but I can't decide the best place to sell thrifted items, mugs, home goods. How and where should I get started? I got started on Etsy. I don't know that I would recommend that now. I mean, fourth quarter is going to be good on Etsy because that's one time during the year that it flip-flops for me where Etsy takes off and does better than eBay. So I would definitely probably start on eBay and then branch out. Once you get comfortable, start branching out and putting things on multiple platforms. But yeah, get comfortable with one. Unless you're like, no, I need to get this, I need to jump in with both feet. Yeah, and as far as how to get started, yeah, pick a platform, probably eBay, and then just one thing at a time. Like I would suggest like, okay, get your mugs and go, one mug at a time. It's easier than switching gears and doing like a mug and then a bracelet and then a dish and then a this and then a that. Like when I used to try to do listing challenges, I would pull like all the mugs from my death pile or whatever we're calling it these days, pull all the mugs and then just like have a mug photographing party for myself, a party of one. And then like rings, just grab all the rings. That way you're not switching gears as far as measuring and, oh no, I forgot I have to do that for that thing. And, so you just like streamlined it. Yeah. And you can do it. You can totally do it. Thanks, Rosemary. Yeah, I'm letting it grow out. I probably need a little trim. Y'all want to see my tattoo too? I've been working on that. I think in the last video, I had the outline done, but this one I've got some of the color done. And I have one more appointment to get the rest of the color done. So I'm so excited. My sister and I are getting matching tattoos. We had a guy draw it out for us, and let me give him a shout out. His name is Aaron Madrigal. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. He's at Peacemaker Tattoos in Jonestown, Texas, just outside lovely Austin in the beautiful hill country. So if you're in the area looking for a tattoo, go over to Peacemaker. This video is sponsored by not at all, but I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, I missed you too. I've missed everybody, and I think this has been really good getting back on because, like I said, it's just been kind of like I've been in I don't want to say a rut, but it's been a weird time for me the last month or so. Pardon. Okay, next question is from Katie Keller. I know this is probably a stupid question. There's no stupid questions. How do you look up recently sold items on eBay to know what they have sold for in the past? Okay, I'm trying to figure that out. How do you look up recently sold items to know what they've sold for in the past? You can, hang on, let me pull up eBay real fast. and I will show you. Like a specific item. Let me pull up. Hang on, let me close this out. I gotta screen share a new window. Screen share. Hang on, where did eBay go? I had it pulled up. Okay, so we're gonna screen share eBay. Share. Okay, so here's eBay, and let's say we're gonna search for a Nerf gun. What's a Nerf gun that we want to look up? I'm going to start typing in a number. No, that's not a number. Nerf cheap. No. Rival. Let's just do Nerf gun rivals. Okay. I was trying to think of one that was a very specific one, but I couldn't. So what you'll do is you'll type in whatever it is you're looking for, and then you're going to scroll down, scroll, over here to sold items. And when you select sold, it's going to bring up everything that you've searched for. And you can see, if I had a more specific item, it would just be that specific thing. And you can see what they've sold for lately. I like to do this as a jumping off point. I don't always, let me do like Jim Shore cat. Again, I'm trying to be more, specific, so you can see, this isn't even specific enough, darn it. You'd be able to see the item and how much it sold for at that point. Yeah, I mean, and again, for me, I don't always go off of that as far as coming up with my price. Pardon me. Hang on. I'm trying to I'm stopping that screen share. Because, I also like to look at the amount of that item that is still up for sale. Because if there are 10 sold, but there's only one available, you can still kind of have wiggle room on the price that you want to ask for the item, because now it's more scarce. And then also, because I sell on multiple platforms, I also check to see, how many items are on those platforms as well. If there's 10 of them on eBay and there's 0 of them on Etsy, if somebody is like, I hate eBay, I'm never buying things from there, oh, yay, it's on Etsy and there's only one, then you can kind of name your price. Yeah. I am about to cough again, and I'm just going to see if I can mute this. And we have a cold front or something that blew through, so that's just like great, making it better. Hello, Mom, Pa's Closet Collectibles and more, Della. Nice to see you. I have so much jewelry. I don't even know where to start in learning. What would you recommend I need to start? Ooh, I guess I would look at, like, if it was me and I had all this jewelry, I would look at it and see, what do I have the most of, as far as like, do I have a ton of sterling? Do I have a ton of beads or glass, and just kind of go with the biggest bang for your buck. And then start diving into research for that. Googling it. I mean, that's what I did. I knew a little bit about jewelry from my grandmother because she liked really nice stuff. And so I would just learn from that. And then when I started reselling jewelry and getting lots and getting jewelry jars, it's just the time, that you put in with the research. And I wish there was a shortcut. There are some really good sites out there, depending on what you're looking up. But yeah, it's just that diving into it and just immerse. And for me, that I love that part of this. I mean, this is the part of reselling that fulfills that desire, my childhood desire to be like Indiana Jones, so I get the research and the history and all of that part of it, like researching this treasure that I've got. Yeah. So that's kind of where I would start. Hello, Saturn girl. I'm waving hard back. Good to see you too. Hello, Auntie Christy. I skipped it. Jumped. Hello. I do want to do a jewelry unboxing in the next couple of days too. So that'll be a good one. Keep your eyes open for that. Yeah, and I don't take advantage of Terapeak, which is definitely something I should. You can use Terapeak, which gives 365 days and not the 90 days sold. Definitely. And I always don't remember to use it until somebody says, don't forget Terapeak. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. Always. Hello, Lauren. Oh, okay. Auntie Christy says, I love Jim Shore. I set alerts on OfferUp to alert me if one is posted for sale. You found some good deals that way. That's a really good idea. Because then you could put alerts on OfferUp for all kinds of things. Imagine. You number your receipts. Oh, that's a good idea. How do you know if something's Bakelite? There's a few different ways to tell. One, if you're really good at it, you can tell by the sound. I am not that good. But there are some people that can click them together and they make more of a clacky sound. And then there's a way to, when you rub it and you smell it, it smells like formaldehyde. So you have to know what formaldehyde smells like. And then also there's this cream called simethichrome. And when you rub it on the Bakelite, like say with a Q-tip, it will turn, it's a pink cream. And when you rub it on Bakelite, the chemical reaction turns it yellow. So those are, and I have a video too for how to test for Bakelite. My advice, Ben George. Thank you. Also for jewelry, you know, if you're in Texas Gals jewelry lovers, it's just a wealth of knowledge of people, and they're so kind. You know, if you have questions, you know, of course they'll say, hey, make sure you just kind of Googled it. But if you get stuck and you're like, I really don't know, then the group is really fantastic for helping with that. Yeah. You are so welcome. Okay, let's jump back in over here. Next question. Do you think Happy Go Lucky is asking, do you think it's better to sell jewelry on eBay or Etsy? I think both. But if I had to pick, I almost hate to say it because I started on Etsy. I like Etsy so much, but I would probably say eBay just for volume, for selling more. I've sold more there. But I would say both. I list on List Perfectly. I haven't brought this up yet, which is a surprise, which is a site that you create your listing there. You don't have to, you can import them. And then you can list your item on multiple platforms. And it's like listing one on one platform, but then you can spread it across all of them. And I have a discount code in the description box if you want to check it out for 30% off. And I think the first 9 days, 7 days, the first 3 days, there's so many days that you can try it for free. So it's really good. I love it. Okay. Then next one. Oh, Bobby Miller's asking, the shoe video is so cute. What a great idea. What software did you use to do it? So what she's talking about, let's see if I can pull this up, did y'all see the stop animation video that I did for my shoe? Let me see if I can pull it up through eBay. I bet I can, because it sold not that long ago. It was a pair of shoes, my orders, hang on, that I got, and they were so fun that I decided that I wanted to make a video for my listing, even though they weren't an actual thing that moved. Yay, they're here. Okay. It wasn't that long ago. So let me screen share again. So what I did, right? Hang on. I got to take this off. Stop screen share, add screen share. It won't let me have these like queued up, which is kind of annoying, but whatever. So like this is when we were talking about putting a video in my listing. This is my listing with the video, and you'll see that it opens. So when I have an item that moves or makes noise or whatever, I want to put a video in my listing so people can see it or hear it. But these shoes, of course, they don't move on their own or make noise or anything, but I was asking a lot of money for them, and they were so fun that I was like, I'm going to make a stop animation video. So watch it opens in a new tab, as you can see. And then I made this little video. It's loud. There. You get the idea. So I made this video, basically just with my, you can see the foam board back there. And I just took pictures with my phone and dropped it all into iMovie. And I like took away the amount of time for each picture so that it was like half a second or something like that. So it just flowed like a movie. And then I just dropped the the music, I just got some free music that I could drop in there with it and stuck it in there. So I thought I had fun doing it. I'm sure other people would be like, what a waste of time. But you know what? Oops. It brought me joy. My lighting it's dark outside, so my apologies that the lighting is getting bad. I had fun doing it, and that's all that really matters. Right? Why not? Okay. Yeah, so I just use my iMovie again. But my kids really enjoy, there's a stop motion app that they like to use to make Lego stop motion videos and stuff like that. I need to play with it because it looks really cool and really easy. My kids are, come on, kids are tech savvy. Natalie is asking, thanks so much for the videos. Question, do you cross-post the same item on different platforms until it sells, or do you only stick? I think we talked about this one. Yeah, I list on eBay, Etsy, Mercari, Poshmark, and Facebook Marketplace. So I list all my items on 5 platforms. Again, Etsy is the only exception that some things don't get put there if they're new. It has to be 20 years old. So yeah, I do. And I use List Perfectly for that. I swear by it. I tried, for years, I just did eBay and Etsy, and I had to do it by hand, and it took forever, but I swore by wanting to list on multiple platforms. I just couldn't do it by hand for more than 2 because it was so time consuming. But List Perfectly makes it super duper easy. Hello, Mr. Mark. Hi, Em. Started watching you a couple years ago and into reselling part-time. I find great things all the time. Oh, thank you. Things are going well. Thank you very much. I just started using, oh, you're in love. Isn't it great? I love it. I think I had it pulled up too. I was going to show y'all. What do you do when sales are slow across your platforms? And they are. I look at myself when that happens because it's like when the lettuce is wilting, in the ground, if you have your garden and your garden is not doing well. Are you looking at the plants? Are you looking at the soil and the water and all the things that you're doing to make it grow? So I know personally that my sales are slow because I haven't been listing like I should. I haven't been, I would try to get up at least 5 things a day just to keep the momentum going. So things are slow for me right now, but I know that it's nothing external. So if sales are slow and you're listing pretty consistently, then I would suggest looking at what you're listing, which can be a hard thing to hear. Like, are you, and I have 400, almost 500 items in my shops. Things should be selling. So I should be looking too, like, am I selling things people want to buy? That's a question too. Now I know I have items that are more long tail, and then some are more short tail, and I just have a mix, and that's the way I do it. So I would, if things are really slow, especially if it's a pinch and like money, like money is needed, start looking at what kind of things sell more quickly. I don't sell clothing, but from what I hear, people do really well with clothes and shoes, video games. The holidays are coming up, so definitely be thinking about what people are going to be buying. Pardon me. So I would be looking at the toy aisle a lot more. I'd be looking at maybe video games. I would be looking at, fall, winter type clothes and things like that. Yeah. So that's what I would do. Thank you so much. Let's see. Will I be doing another speed dating style video showcasing other resellers? That's a good idea. I should put the call out again. Yes. And I don't even mind if it's the same people again. Like, why not? Throw your video up there. Yeah, I can get another one rolling. I have to make a new graphic for it. Party of one. That's me. La Castle. What do you think about eBay fees? I hear so many negative comments. I honestly don't even think about them. They are a fact of life, and if you asked me what they were right now, I wouldn't even be able to tell you, because what am I going to do? I can complain about it, but it's not going to change anything. So, and maybe that doesn't make good business sense for me to not even know what they are, but it's not going to change anything for me to be bent out of shape about them or worried about them because what am I going to do? Take my toys and go somewhere else? Where am I going to go? They know what they're doing. They know, that's where people are going to make their money. So, not to be flippant about it, but I don't even know what they are, honestly. I have to focus on just keep on going forward. I know some people are like, well, they're going to make their own website, sell on their own site, which is smart too, and you could totally do that. I wonder if I think Liz Perfectly probably even syncs with that if you wanted to do that. Does it? I could totally do that. I want to find out. But it's just a whole nother, thing to tackle, right? Oh, okay. I have your store saved on eBay. When I click your store, it doesn't bring anything up. I thought you reopened. I did. I'll have to look at that. I don't think I have it on vacation mode. I had a rough, a little rough patch, and I know I kind of like slowed things down, put things on vacation, but it should be back up and running. I had a sale yesterday, so it should be there. Saturn Girl says, oh, it jumped. Sorry. I found a cool bracelet in Goodwill blue box. It seems really old and real gold. It has jeweler's numbers and a VI marked in Vicenza, Italy. Is there a good jeweler's mark site to learn more? I've Googled a lot. Other than Googling Italian jewelry maker marks, Italian gold maker marks, that's probably what I would do, is I would ask in the group, like just say like, I have looked and this is what I've typed in and I've looked for Italian maker marks. Because somebody in the group will know. If not, they'll like have some good sites to send. I don't know that one. I feel like I've gotten one piece with, and I'm going to say that wrong, Vicenza before. And correct my Italian, if you will. This poor old girl from Texas. Okay, Lori, if you list on eBay, do you have to pay to list each item? And do you relist to keep the current listings? Do they charge you again to relist the same item? Yes. Depending on if you have a store or not, you do have to pay to list your items. And depending on, if you're listing just regularly or if you have a different store levels, it kind of changes the amount that it costs. And I do relist my current listings. I do good till canceled. I think I have the basic store. I may have just upgraded starter, basic. I forget the names. But once I hit like a certain number of listings, it's more prudent for me to move up to the next level because I get more perks, I guess. Do they charge you? Yeah, they charge you each time, each cycle, whenever it counts towards that. If you have a store, then it's just like your store account price. That is once a month. I ended up doing that. It made me less stressed out than having all these like little teeny charges all the time. A list of long charges of listing items and final value fees. And I was like, I want to pay one thing. Yeah. Etsy fees, 20 cents. Yeah. 20 cents an item. If I have a link down below too, that you can get 40 free listings. If you're opening a new Etsy store, you get 40 and I get 40, which is nice for both of us. Hello, Julie. Long time no see. Hello. Thank you. Pardon me. Let's see. Oh, you took it to a jeweler for appraisal. Sweet. It's only 7 likes. Come on, y'all. Okay, it's no problem. It jumped. Joanne says, do you still sell jewelry lots, like 1 or more pound lots? How do you decide what pieces to put in a lot? I do. I feel like I have some around here too. I made a bunch recently and then put a call. I know I sold some. Where did I put them? I thought I had some left. If it's like a junk jewelry lot, I just like put in, like I'll go through a Goodwill blue box. I'll pull out the handful of things that I'm going to sell. And then just everything else goes into a lot. Sometimes I'll do lots based on color or whatever the item type is, pearls, shells, etc. But it's so time consuming. I don't do it very often. There's 23. Yay. Yeah, this cold front. Oh, sometimes Google Lens will work well for markers. Good idea. Yeah. Let's see. Do I still use GoDaddy? I do. I use GoDaddy bookkeeping. I also use GoDaddy to host my website. Yeah, I do. Okay, next up. I just started selling. This is Mary. She says, I just started selling on eBay. I've not had any luck with my jewelry lots I've purchased. Where would you suggest I get my first lot that might have jewelry to sell? I paid $63 for my last one and nothing out of it. One thing I would suggest is, I mean, I really like Goodwill blue boxes. It is a crapshoot because you just don't know what you're going to get. That's one. Another place to look is if you do shop Goodwill, you can see on some of the jewelry lots what's in the lot. I mean, if you're just doing a mix like blind, you don't see what you're going to get, then you don't know. And if you're really like, I really want to get stuff that I can resell, then there are jewelry lots there where they have all the pieces laid out. And you can still get some good deals there. I've gotten a cameo lot there. I've gotten one with like shell and like abalone and silver. And if you know your jewelry, sometimes they don't. And you can see, like I've gotten a sterling silver lot that ended up having a James Avery piece in it because I knew what it was and the person making the lot didn't know. So that's another way you can definitely find some more jewelry. Yeah. Speaking of Goodwill Blue Black, any big, yes, I want to do, I don't have my calendar, but I want to do one either tomorrow or Friday, and I'll probably go live. So hit the notification bell because I don't know when. And I'll just do like camera up, camera down like I used to. I think that's going to be the best way for me to get my momentum back, as far as getting my videos rolling. I think with school starting, I mean, just so many things in life just kind of hit all at once. And it's been a lot. And I just have to just find my stride again. I think that just happens, right? Yeah, absolutely. All right, next up. Let's see. Photos are great. Have you done a video showing what equipment? Oh, yeah. Okay, I already answered this one today, or one similar. Thanks, Cass. Does List Perfectly allow you to import inventory from a platform and then cross-post to other platforms? I'm going to answer that one first. So, yeah, List Perfectly. Let me pull this up so you can see. Well, no, I don't think I have to. So with List Perfectly, you can create your listing in List Perfectly and then send it to eBay, Etsy, all the platforms. Or if you've already got you're like, darn, I've got like 500 listings in eBay, you want to use List Perfectly, right? There's a couple options there. When you are on List Perfectly or when you've signed up for it, it will let you list from eBay, send your listings all the way to the other platforms because there's like a little arrow thingy that you can select to have List Perfectly do that and open it up in new tabs, and you can do that. Or if you want to have it for your inventory on List Perfectly, you can have everything sent, you can send it all into List Perfectly and then again send it out from there to list it to all the different platforms. Yeah. So definitely either, both, all. Yes. No, you don't have to start from scratch. Also, is there a limit on how many items you can cross post per month? No limit. You can just, there's different, there's different levels that you can purchase, but it doesn't limit your listing. It limits the types of things you can add to your listing. Like some of them, if you don't, I'm trying to think of an example, like shipping. On I think it's the Pro plan, you can enter all the shipping information in there in the List Perfectly. So it populates on all of them. But on one of the lower plans, you can do the title, the photos, and the description. And then when it populates to the other platforms, then you just have to fill in the price and the shipping and everything else. So on List Perfectly, depending on the level that you get, it gives you more that you can populate into your listings as it spreads across, but it doesn't give you a limit for how many listings you can make. I think I explained that very well. Okay, next, Happy Go Lucky. I got a jewelry bag from local Goodwill. Could use your help identifying stuff. Where's your group of other thrifters that can help me? Where's my suggestion for reselling fine jewelries? Appraisals around $100. Yikes. Any advice on or videos on selling fine jewelry? Yeah, as far as the reselling group, there, Texas Gals Jewelry Lovers on Facebook is a good place to start. And then reselling fine jewelry. I mean, $100 is expensive for an appraisal. I would say, you can get a gold testing kit for not that much off of Amazon. I think I have a link down below. It may not be directly there, but it might say, items I use or something like that. And it'll take you to my Amazon little store or whatever to show. But you can get a gold testing kit, gold, silver, platinum, and then you can get one. The original one I got came with a diamond tester. Later on, I got the Presidium gem tester, which is a bigger purchase. But just starting out, just having a gold, silver, platinum testing kit and a diamond tester, that will take you pretty far as that goes. And then if there's a stone that you're not sure about, you can just put that, what I would do before is like tourmaline, not tested, but believes to be tourmaline or something like that is what I would do before. Is there a way to remove on this perfectly? Is there a way to remove items automatically that's sold so they don't sell on it? Yeah, there is. You can go in and deactivate the item, or you can go and there's a way to delete it if you don't want it there in your catalog anymore and list perfectly. But there's also a way to click sold, and then I have mixed feelings about this. So I don't always use this feature because when you click sold on List Perfectly and it takes it down from the other platforms, it doesn't always deactivate them. It'll delete them, delete the listing altogether. And while it's okay, because you've got it still in List Perfectly, so that if it got returned, you could relist it. I don't know what it is. It's just my habit of liking having it deactivated or having it in my unlisted tab over there, but that's just me. Yeah. No, you can do it. There's a button. Let me show you. I show you. I don't like being like that. But yeah, you can screen share. Let me see. Hang on. This one, share. Hang on. Let me put this over here. Make sure I'm not signing in and you can see all my listings. Because I did this. I sold something and I didn't take it down, but I can I can come show you. Where is the item that's sold that I can take down? Here we go. Screen share again. There we go. So let's say I've got this kangaroo that sold. I went through and I manually deactivated on all the sites, like I said, because I'm a nerd like that. But I can come over here and click this little twisty thing, but then I can say select to mark as sold, and I'm deselecting items where it's not even there, right? So it's not, I don't have it listed. So then I can click mark as sold. Unchecked platforms will be ignored. So listings will be ended and or removed from those. So then it'll open it up and process and delete it, which is fine. That's what I was talking about. So then it'll take it down of those platforms. Now it's doing it. Okay, I'm going to close those all out because it's going to make my computer work too hard. Oh, automatically. Is that what she was asking? Oh my gosh. My apologies. I missed the word automatically. Automatically if you do it. No, you're right. I misinterpreted her question. Isn't that fun? Yeah. No, yeah, you have to go do it. But then it's automatic. After that, it's automatic. Pardon me. Okay, next. Oh, that's the last question. Thanks, Di. Yeah, I'm trying to grow my hair out. It's time for a re-dye. Speaking of, okay. Well, I'm really glad I came on, and be on the lookout Thursday or Friday at some point. I'm going to do a jewelry unboxing. I'm going to do camera up, camera down. We'll go live and have a good time and just hang out and look at fun jewelry, hopefully, whatever's in the box, right? I'm so glad I got to come hang out. Thanks for hanging out with me this evening, and I will talk to you on the next one. Bye, everybody. Thanks so much.